Okay, so today I thought it would be a fun idea if we go ahead and rank each bonus level in the LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. This video will only focus on the 6 that are in the bonus room in the cantina, so no minikit bonuses, character bonuses or bounty hunter missions. That said, let's get into it. Number 6 is of course going to be Gunship Cavalry Original. Now Gunship Cavalry Original is the original version of Gunship Cavalry from LEGO Star Wars the video game. This version features a lot of the same level theming as the episode 2 version. You're still on a gunship, still in the canyons, and there's still lasers everywhere. However, the bomb throwing mechanic has been removed, which honestly you could argue is a good thing. However, in its place, instead, are lasers that are linked to an auto-scrolling section. Firstly, they limit your movement. If you go too far right, you'll get stuck with the screen that's currently moving, meaning you can't move anywhere. And if you don't go right enough, you'll get stuck with the left of the screen that will push you into obstacles such as the lasers. This means that you kind of have to go in the middle of the auto-scroller. Not so fast you end up getting stuck with the front of the screen, unable to move, but also not too slow that you end up getting stuck with the back of the screen, getting pushed into things. The ending section of the level is also slightly different. Instead of towing bombs to weak points on the Separatist control ship, you instead fly around it in a circle, and you just simply have to shoot it. There's a timer. However, from my experience playing, this timer didn't really seem to do a whole lot. I still ended the level with a fairly decent amount of time left, so it isn't too much of an issue. This level is ranked so low simply because the auto-scrolling section is so irritating. Coming in at number 5, we have Mos Espa Pod Race Original. Much like Gunship Cavalry, this is the original version of the pod racing level from LEGO Star Wars the video game. Now this level has a few elements that have been taken out of the episode 1 version. Firstly, whenever you touch walls, you will take damage, you will lose health, which means that you have to stay in the middle of the canyon. Now this isn't actually too much of a problem, except when you're in the area with the Tusken Raiders. Because not only have you got the Tusken Raiders shooting at you, you also have boulders that fall down getting in your way. And losing a heart hitting the boulders and getting shot at by the Tusken Raiders can actually make this area quite difficult. Additionally, there is also a timer for some of the areas. Now this timer, unlike the one that we just looked at in Gunship Cavalry, is actually quite difficult, and it doesn't really leave a whole lot of room for error. You are usually only left with a few seconds left before you have to restart the area. The last section of the level, which is the larger flat area, has also changed slightly. There are now landmines everywhere. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Landmines in the floor that will blow up if you get too close to them. They're not really too much of an issue, as you can just stay clear of them, so they're not the worst thing ever. Coming in at number 4, we have Anakin's Flight. Now Anakin's Flight is based off of the section in episode 1, where Anakin goes up in the Naboo Starfighter to try and destroy the droid's control ship. The first bit of the level is flying around the exterior, and when I say flying around it, I mean that literally. All you can do is just go in a circle around it. You have to use torpedoes to blow up specific marked areas. It's not really a problem as they give you torpedo dispensers, so it's just more of a case of not getting shot by the vulture droids. That will then open up a hatch that allows you to go inside, and this is where things get a little bit annoying. There are more marked torpedo areas that you have to destroy to open some doors. However, they don't give you a torpedo dispenser, you have to go and get them yourselves by destroying vehicles. And this is incredibly inconsistent. Sometimes you'll destroy a vulture droid and it won't drop a torpedo, and other times you'll destroy one and it will. It's fairly random, which just leads to a lot of frustration. It doesn't really help that you have to do this section about 3 times as well, with an increasing number of torpedoes needed. The last area of the level is much like episode 6 chapter 6 into the Death Star, where you have to fly around a central point. Once again, more torpedoes. This time you need to just shoot them at the central point. That will then trigger the second phase, where a shield will come up and spread outwards. Now this area reminds me of something that a lot of you UK viewers will recognise, the revolving doors in department stores. You know, the ones that either are really quick, way too slow, or broken and don't work. Those ones. The extended shields will spin around for a bit before retracting, allowing you to shoot at the middle bit. You just have to repeat this a couple times and that will end the level. This level doesn't really have a whole lot to it. I didn't really find it too enjoyable because it was mainly just flying around in the circles and waiting for vulture droids to drop torpedoes. Okay, next up, coming in at number 3, we have A New Hope. Now, A New Hope is based on the opening of episode 4, however this level is played out from the Empire's perspective, which is quite cool. You get Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper as the 2 playable characters, and you have to go around the corridors of the Tantive 4. Now there are some interesting rooms in these corridors. You've got C-3PO trapped inside of a cage, where you have to do a small puzzle involving standing on buttons. You've got a weird centrifuge-like machine in the middle of a room, that when you use the Force on it, it will spin up some fans, so you can collect studs. You've got a room where you have to use the Force to spell out the word LEGO. And then you've got some panels that you have to use C-3PO to unlock. And then you finish a level when you find Leia putting the plans into R2-D2. Overall, fairly interesting level. I think the level being from the Empire's perspective is quite cool. and definitely quite unique. Coming in at number 2, we have Lego City. Lego City is one of the traditional Lego game style bonus levels, where it's set in a small Lego city with a green base plate as the floor, and a level goal of 1 million studs to finish the level. There are some nice parts in this level. You've got a load of houses that you can interact with, some of them you have to destroy, others you have to rebuild by destroying the floor. If you use your Jedi Slam attack on the floor nearby, it will start building the house, which is quite satisfying. You've got a couple of creatures and animals around, Dewback, Bantha, things like that. You've got a Wookiee catamaran, which you have to build. Now this one's quite interesting, because it involves using the Dewback to catapult yourself on top of a fire station tower to finish completing the catamaran. You've also got another Lego sign that you have to build. Then there's a park with a slide and a roundabout. The slide is pretty cool to go down, as there's a load of studs you can collect, and you can make the roundabout spin by building a winder and pushing it. And then you just got a load of flower pots and fences and things you can destroy to get studs. Overall, just a very satisfying level. It's quite fun just to run around just attacking things and destroying things. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Newtown. Now Newtown is similar to Lego City, however I personally just think it's a bit more interesting. Most of the buildings from Lego City there, you've still got the play park, the houses, and the Lego sign. However, you've also got some new additions too. You've got a fire truck, you've got a boat you can launch and push into water, you've got a basketball shooting basketball gun, which just shoots basketballs into a basketball hoop. You've got an electric power line with some blue studs on top of it. And then you've also got the church in the middle, where you can make the church bell play. Just in my opinion, I think that level is slightly more interesting, and there's just a bit more going on compared to Lego City. And yeah, that's it, all 6 bonus levels ranked. This one is a bit of a shorter one, when compared to the 36 main storyline levels. And yeah, other than that, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all later.